I hope it's been your cup of tea too. Again, the Skycam beautiful, not a cloud in it, blue sky across the board, and temperatures above average for this time of year, like way above average. We should be in the mid 40s for your highs at this point in the year. Obviously, we've surpassed that by quite a bit considering temperatures are still in the upper 50s and low 60s. It's 60 in Smithfield right now. It's 55 in New Bedford. Again, a little bit cooler for our friends by the water. So if you live in the South Coast, if you live in South County, it's not quite as roasty toasty, but still above average overall. 49 right now on Block Island, 52 in Newport, and 58 degrees in Providence. Overnight tonight, we're back down into the mid and upper 30s. Again, mild for this time of year. We stay mostly clear. I wouldn't be shocked to see a couple clouds creep in the early part of our Wednesday morning. The reason being that we do have a front. It's not here yet. It's actually hanging out in the Great White North right now. You can see just along the border starting to sweep in to parts of northern Vermont and northern New York there, out into the Adirondacks, a couple of raindrops. But this front really doesn't have much moisture with it, which is why I say perhaps a few clouds, but no rain, no snow, just cold air behind it. You're going to feel that tomorrow afternoon, and temperatures don't take a nosedive or anything, but they're certainly going to be different than what we've seen today. High temperatures in the upper 40s as we get to your Wednesday afternoon, 48 for Providence, 47 in Newport. I think we'll get to 47 in New Bedford and 46 degrees for Taunton by tomorrow afternoon. I would say the more eventful part of the forecast comes tomorrow night. That's when our next disturbance comes around, and this one's got just a tiny bit more oomph to it. It's not going to be too exciting, but I would say considering how warm these last few days have been, perhaps a small shock to the system if you happen to stay up super late on Wednesday or get up really early on Thursday. I say that because the air is going to be cold enough overnight that we could actually see a couple of snow showers with this disturbance. Is it going to be a big bad storm? No. It's just a little bit of snow, a couple of flakes, mainly for northern Rhode Island and northern Bristol County. So if you live in Mansfield, if you live in Easton, if you live in, let's say, Providence up into Woonsocket, you might see a couple of flakes on the ground. I'm going to give us a dusting. I really think that's all we're going to get out of this system by the time you wake up on Thursday morning. But you might not even wake up early enough to see the snow, considering temperatures will rise relatively quickly. What we actually need is not snow, it's rain. We could really use rain. And listen, snow's not a bad thing for the sake of our low water numbers here, but we could really use some extra raindrops. We haven't even seen a full inch of rain so far this March, and for the record in Providence, we should see 4.9 inches by the end of the month. It's actually the wettest month of the year in Providence, Rhode Island, and the same for many of us around southern New England. Now, unfortunately, we've seen the opposite here. Again, low amounts of rainfall leading to dry and drought conditions. But as we get to the end of the 7-day forecast, you'll notice as you're getting into that Sunday and Monday time stretch, we do have a couple more raindrops on tap with our next, I would say, impactful storm. It's not going to be too much of a doozy, at least it looks that way at the moment. Should that change, we'll let you know.